Hey guys, welcome back to another episode 12-inch Figure Fanatic. I'm very excited to bring you today the newly released INART Harry Potter and the, which movie is this from? Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know. I get them all mixed up. I don't know which movie that is. But we're going to do an unboxing and review as we usually do, but we're also going to do a side-by-side with the Star Ace version of Harry Potter and see which one comes out on top. I'm guessing INART's just going to blow it away. They blow everything else away. So let's take a closer look. All right, so it's a pretty large box, and I remember that it comes with a diorama, so that would explain it. It has a red slip, a translucent red slip that just has this cutout here showing the diamond shape, and it says Harry Potter. And then you have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. It's nicely indented decor. Looks like an old-fashioned book. And then you got a picture of him on the back here. Premium collectible figure. With INART, it's always premium, isn't it? I got to admit, before I got my first INART figure, which was not too recently, you can go back and look at the video I did of the Superman. I thought INART was the ones that were silicone head sculpts with the eyeballs that pop in, but apparently not. I wasn't paying close enough attention. All right, so how does this open? Aha. So it's magnetized on the side here. This was very impressive the last time I opened up an INART figure. The operations guide. Looks more like something that would come with a VCR back in the day. So you got the usual card that I can't decipher. And it's got a second card I can't decipher. Then you've got the trading card. This came with my Superman one too, and it just says essentially the release date. Is this going to be the same thank you letter as before? Let's see. Yep. Kind of talking a little bit about the figure, but pretty much thanking everybody for the purchase. Nice little touch there. I appreciate the gesture. Let's see. So this is just an instruction regarding the handling of the owl and the positioning of the owl so you don't cause any damage to the figure, I guess. And then another little thing I can't read. So the manual is pretty extensive. Let's get right to it. All right. Where's the figure? Here we go. Headless. I've never received a headless one before. Okay. So let's get a head on him. Where's the head at? No. Nope. Can't show you the figure unless I have a head for it. Oh my God. Oh wow. So the head comes in this separate case. Very impressive. It's a plastic case. It says INART at the bottom. It's almost like a vacuum sealed case. How do you open it? Aha. It's like airtight in there. Okay. Let's get the head on. Seems very delicate, but it looks like it's magnetized, so you don't have to do too much pressing on there. There we go. Now we can do a proper review. So right off the bat, fantastic job they did. This looks photo accurate, much like the Superman did. It's got good rotation. Maybe a little bit too easy to turn sideways because it's magnetized, and that's the only thing securing it. But the magnet does a good job. The hair is done perfectly. Almost no flyaways going on. And the styling is perfect as well. There we go. The glasses have lenses in them, so they have a nice glare, and the eyes behind the glasses are done very nicely. And obviously there's not too much texturing to his skin because he's a young child and hasn't had the sun damage that comes with age yet. The hands are done very well as well. So he's got the sweater on underneath with the tie done very nicely. Tucked in. Socks, impressed. So not too much weathering on the shoes, although they're sculpted perfectly. And the laces are sculpted as well, which I don't mind. I prefer that than having some flyaways. Those real laces are always hard to tame. And the material choices are just priceless. This has some wiring around the edges, the cuff, so that you could pose it however you wish. See that? Nice, stays very nicely, but not too stiff at all. It's perfect, perfect. And the material on this is very light and wavy. It folds exactly the way you would want it to. Yeah, perfect. And of course, the size for a young boy, the size of the figure is perfect as well. Very nice figure. Let's see what else we got here. All right, so we got his broom. There we go. And I can't tell if it's actually wood. No, this is plastic, but they've done a very good job to simulate the wood effect. And then it's got the actual bristles. Every other version of this broom that I've seen before, the entire thing is sculpted. So I'm impressed by that. And it's bound together by these plastic rings. They're made out of plastic, but sturdy. Got the owl. It's got a gripping pose to him, and good detailing on that as well. Boy, those flowers, the feathers, they really pop. It looks very nicely done. And the painting is pretty good as well. Got a lantern here. Doesn't light up, it looks like. No. Wouldn't that be nice if it lit up? Because I know that the Pirates of the Caribbean figure does that. Yeah. But it's got some translucence to it, so that's nice. Oh, the wand box. So it's got the stamp on there on one side and on the other. Let's see if the wand is in here. Is it in here? No. It's where you could put the wand, I guess, but there's nothing inside of it. But nicely done. They even did the inside. And this looks like, oh, I don't know. All that effort. I don't even know what this is for. So that'll probably be in the instructions. I'll have to get back to you on that. We have some paper materials here. Remember, there's a lot to the accessories to this figure. So the first one is his ticket to get on the train. Then we have this envelope with the crest, wax crest on there. Okay, I forgot what that's for. Maybe the ticket goes in there or one of these letters go in there. Once again, not a very big Harry Potter fan. So this is legible. It's a little blurry. It could be a little bit better the way they printed it, but you can read most of it out. Book number 1. And opens this way. So it looks like a photo album, and it's actually got, this isn't printed, it's actually glued in here, this photo in here. Yeah, very nice. And there's only one picture, 2 pictures in there. This one here and this one here. Oh, look at that. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? It's moving. Just like in the movie. Let's see if this one does it. Yeah, you can't really tell. I mean, it's the 3 of them laughing. There's some movement there, but because there's arms moving in the first photo, you could actually see it better. Very nice. Wow. Impressive. Okay, book number 2. So this one has blank pages, but it's done very nicely. I've never seen a 1/6 scale book with a binding as nice as this. Trust me when I say that. It's very well done. Same thing here. Oh, no, this one does have pages. So they're just in the middle. And some towards the end. So the blank pages are just, no, looks like it's fully filled on this one, which is nice because if you display it with the book open, you have that option on that book. Magical Theory. Okay, this one does have pages as well. Nice. All of those books are very well done. What is this now? I don't know. Some of you know what this is. I certainly don't. I think I remember seeing some chocolate something or other, some edible chocolate thing in a candy store once that looked like this box. It's nicely done. It's got stickers all the way around. And then it opens. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, now I remember. I was right. I was kind of right. So I remember I saw in a candy store once that there was these chocolate frogs. And so the chocolate frogs go in that box. And then it has a little card in there as well. That's what the whole deal is. All right, some pegs. Something just fell out. All right, so this is a bundle of something or other wrapped in twine. Sure, these are, now we're getting into the pieces of the diorama. A little bit too glossy for my taste, but this is the wood paneling. It's weathered though, so that's nice. And imagine, looks like you might have 2 base options. I love this. I've never seen this before. So you've got one base option like this, and we know from my Superman figure now, this was a mystery to me initially, but you open this up. Yeah, you open the bottom up anyway, and it has these, can I do it? Oh, it's hard to do it. It has these things that you move around so that there's magnets that you can move around because the bottom of the feet are magnetized. So you could pose it in different ways rather than being 2 stationary magnets and you have no option as to how far away the legs are from each other. This gives you some of that option. But then you also have this option too, and they both have the same side paneling. So you don't lose anything by doing either option. You insert this right in there, fits right in place, blends right in, and you have a larger display. There we go. Harry Potter there. Does it say it on this one? Yep. Harry Potter. Very nice. Gryffindor. Various pieces of the display, it looks like. Magnetized. Ah, there's his wand. All right, folks, sorry about that. I temporarily flung the wand in some direction that I couldn't follow, and I discovered it again. So here it is, and you can't really tell, but it seems like it has some variation of color in there to make it look like it's a wood wand. I don't know how they did that, but it doesn't look like it's plastic. So they did a very good job on that. It's either texturing, coloring, combination of the two. After all, the wand is important. You got to pay attention to the details. I did also find this, which I think was in the same wrapping as that little package with the twine around it. It's a stone of some kind. All right. So you've got several hand options there. We won't go through all of them. We have his scarf. And not too stiff at all. It has a nice flow to it. I just love INART's material choices. Not stiff at all. It still has texturing like a real scarf. And the frill at the bottom. So beautifully done. And I guess this is a cape that goes over his existing cape. And it looks like maybe magnetized. Just a guess here. Oh, it snaps around like this. All right, so it's a button. So it's a cloak that you put around his existing costume. Ah, the hat guy. I remember him. It's a nice sculpt there. And then you got this frill at the bottom here. I don't know why they have that. And then this material on the inside. I don't know if that's how it is in the film or if that's to protect the figure if you decide to put this on his head, because that hair's so damn delicate. And then we got a bird cage. And the bird cage is very nicely done. And it's got this, looks like, I can't tell what this is. A key, maybe? Yeah. And this is how it opens. So you put the owl in there. Yeah. Kind of delicate, it seems. But it's nicely done. I get the idea. And it's got some like bird dropping effect at the bottom here, and it's nicely weathered as well and textured. So very nice. Yeah. So this is the bars are made out of metal, and the rest is plastic. The rings, the top, the bottom base, and then there's just this made out of metal. And then here's the backdrop. Wow, look at that. Very elaborate. So this is actually fabric that's glued onto the plastic backdrop. Very nice. Look at that. You got clear plastic windows in here, and then this fabric tapestry wallpaper here. That's very nicely detailed. Let's get a close-up of that. Look at that. So you can see the texturing of it. Wow. And then they did it in such a way so this is sculpted, right? So it's not a sticker in there that makes it look like the stairs. It's actually sculpted. There's some ridge to it, but it looks like it has perfect depth to it. So it looks like a genuine stairwell. Very nice. Okay, a lot of stuff here, but let's get this set up looking pretty with the backdrop and everything. And we're going to do the side-by-side with the other Harry Potter, and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so one thing that you'll notice here right away, I have it all set up now. I read the instructions. This does light up, and I've got to show you the internal mechanism here. Kind of hard with one hand, but let me take this off. And I don't know how they do this. I've never seen anything like it before. So this turns off simply by raising it slightly. So that's the LED in there. But, sorry. I pull that out. There we go. This is better. So this is the entire arrangement. The LED and the battery is somehow arranged in here. And it's amazing to me. I've never seen an arrangement that small. So you put this on top, and the slight heat generated from the LED moves the little flame in there back and forth. And it's on a sort of a rocker. Ingenious. So here's the owl in there, nicely displayed. And some things to point out about the base. So the section up here is magnetic, right? And so just magnetizes in there. But you have the option to, that's not the correct one. Put this in there. So the difference between the other one and this one is these two pegs here, so that you can perch the owl down on here. And there's an identical one for the other side to switch that out, so that you can put the owl on either side. Fantastic figure. So let's bring in the Star Ace one side by side here. And there's a huge difference. First of all, Star Ace's one is a little bit taller and probably out of scale. Probably the accurate height is the INART one. The hair is sculpted, and you could definitely tell the difference. And also the likeness is just not very, very good. It doesn't quite look like him, a little too cartoonish. And there's no lenses in the glasses. Not only that, if you look at the materials, the tie is not done as nicely. See how crisp that is compared to this. The sweater is very, it's arranged the way it should be, but it's just not done well. And then the snaps or the buttons on the outside are way too large. And the logo is too small and not very prominent compared to that one where it really pops. You can see the difference. This one does have a wand, and it's a little bit longer. And the shoes are very basic. Another thing I wanted to point out with the figure is, so the INART one has in addition to the wiring around the cuffs, it has it along the bottom as well. So you can mold the material. Now, I mentioned that the broom looks very nice because it has the realistic effect on the bottom compared to the sculpted one that the Star Ace came with. And I don't know which one is more screen accurate, because this one has a stiff straight stick, and then this one has a slightly curved stick. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same. This one's a little bit more bushy, and I think it should be a little bit bushier. So this is probably a little bit too skinny. Not enough material in there. I don't even know how that thing is still lit up. That's amazing to me. But looks great. So scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this figure a 9.8. It covers every base. It does everything exceptionally well, from the clothing to the head sculpt to the accessories. The hair, they didn't mess up at all. It looks beautiful. And I'm just very impressed with the tapestry on here as well. Yeah, I think that's a great score. The only thing I'm taking points off, oh, by the way, another thing I forgot to mention, you have the option to either have the cement flooring, or you just put this panel down right on top like that and give it the wood effect. Right? I prefer that. Looks classier. Yeah, so the only thing I'm taking points off of, and maybe I'm being a little too picky, is that one of the books had the blank pages. Which one was it? Yeah, so now correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I don't think this should be blank pages. Maybe that book is blank pages, some kind of story behind it in the film. Other than that, everything is perfect. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.